When we harvest the frames full of capped honey, we cut the cappings off. We're very careful to not damage the honeycombs, and that's because once we spin the honey out of these combs, they're very sticky and empty because the honey is drained out into a bucket. So what we do is we give these sticky honeycomb frames back to the bees, and they will lick them clean and dry, and then they can be stored over the winter. Or if it's still in the season, they can fill it up again with honey. So when we're wanting to collect a single source of honey so that we can save all the flavor from that particular flower and not have other flowers in the honey, what we do is we take the hives to the location where the plants are in bloom, whether it's a tree, bushes, or shrubs, and there will need to be a lot of them. And we give them empty frames to fill so that we know that when they're underneath the basswood tree that is in bloom, that they will collect the basswood nectar and they will store it in those frames. So once it's capped and we collect it and we extract it, it will be only basswood honey. So we make sure that we keep that honey separate from all the other honeys so we don't mix them together, because we want to preserve that mono flavor, single source flavor honey. Wildflower honey is the most common honey in summer other than clover. We can't really control where the bees decide to forage. Sometimes you can take them to a crop. It's like taking a horse to water. You can't make them drink. It's a honeybee's nature to forage one crop at a time, so they don't normally mix up their honey. They normally will work an entire apple tree or whatever flowers in bloom. If there's a lot of it, they'll work that. So when it comes to placing hives next to blueberry fields, the bees just can't resist that one crop that they can just forage to their heart's content. So bees are usually very cooperative in that regard.